What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up. I put it up. Thank you for all the people who support it. This video, though, is entitled Trying to Be the Problem and the Solution. This is an old hustle, right? Old hustle. Where somebody causes a problem, creates problems, or creates a problem for you, but you don't know that they're the problem yet. But they come back around and they want to be the solution or sell you the solution. See, this is where a lot of people, this is part of America's capitalism. This is part of America's business practices. This is a part of people's personal relationship models. Well, you know, I'm going to screw it up, but I'm going to come be the savior. Now, what happens is, as people get wiser, you realize you can't be the problem and the solution. But you start to peep. Oh, you were the problem, so you could be the solution, so you can get it both ways. You know, the kind of perverted way that classic term, I'm going to break you down to build you up. That's a slick way to say, I'm going to destroy you to brainwash you. That's all that means. You know, I'm going to mentally break you so I can build you up to make you what I need you to be. So the problem, the problem is that it's not that I broke you. But the solution is that I can fix you. But for my purposes. Watch this. When you talk about capitalism, let's take into consideration where people are talking about all this illegal drug trade. And it's pretty much already stated in the known fact that the government was in on the drug trade and has always been in. So the reason we have a drug problem is because of our government. But they're also the solution to the drug problem. And it seems weird that the drug problem never, ever quite gets fixed. They just can't stop these drugs from just coming through the borders. They can tell you what drugs are coming, where they're, from what countries they're coming to, what passages they use, what states they get to, what are the hub cities in America, but I don't know how to stop it. What cartels run what in what city and country that's not in America, but we just can't figure it out. Because you're both the problem and the solution. You know, that's when you hear rappers make the references. They sell me the drugs and then they lock me up for it. I mean, you were the fool for getting in the game knowing this already, but this is the chance you took. So you mad because the person that sold you, that you bought the drugs from to sell, is the same person that's locking you up in prison for, decades at a time. And how dare you sold this stuff that I gave to you? Like, what? You can't be the problem and the solution. Because there's no trust in that. You got, it's kind of like an abusive relationship. All you need is me. But the problem is, that person isolated you. See, that's the problem. Everybody say you need to get away from that fool right there. But I love him. First thing we need to do, baby, we need to get away from all these people. Isolation. So now you isolated. Now you by yourself. Now you don't have no friends. Now you can't use your phone. Now you can't text. Now you can't flip a pigeon to get somebody to come see you. Because don't nobody know where you at. And now he kicking your head in. But you know what he gonna tell you? Baby, I could fix all of this. I swear I could fix this. How you gonna be the problem and the solution? And how you gonna fall for a person being the problem and the solution? the dynamic that people try to skip over. You know, touchy topic, single mothers. People say single mothers create all these problems. But, if, you know, so they're the problem, right? But if the kid turns out great, it's because of their single mother. If the kid turns out bad, it's because of the father. But society's saying it's the mother's fault now because of, you know, the evidence over the past 20, 30 years. So, but society also, you know, 9 out of 10 times leans in the favor of the mother. So she's the problem, but she's also the solution. But these kids keep turning out bad. How does this work? Because you're trying, you know, you're trying to be the problem and the solution. Because guess what? When people know that they can get away with being the problem and get paid for being the solution, they just look at this as a capitalistic opportunity. They don't care about the damage they cause. There's no collateral damage to that because they're getting in both ways. And then you could quote unquote blame the society at large because you set it up this way where I could be the problem and the solution. I could get away with murder and get paid for solving the case or not solving the case. I could be Dexter. If anybody remember that show on Showtime, Dexter, who was the serial killer that was working in the CSI department, basically. And all these cases just couldn't solve the case. Couldn't quite get it. Just drop that evidence there. You know, and then he knew how to cover his own tracks because he was CSI. So he was the problem. Because he was the serial killer, but he was the person that was going to solve the case. He was also the solution. So he was getting paid, you know, by the city to solve cases that he created. And was it in his best interest to turn himself in? Absolutely not. I think he killed his partner in the series. They found out, it's you, Dexter. Yeah. Just had to take him out. Can't be the problem and the solution. You know, I don't watch TV like I used to. You know, anybody's a sports fan. You know, when you hire a coach or general manager and they break up the team and they draft bad picks and the players that they chose suck, but they say, I'm going to turn this around. Like, the way people looking at John Gruden right now. You took the $100 million because you're the solution, but the problem you just caused was you got rid of everybody. And you finna get rid of, you got rid of Khalil Mack. You got rid of Amari Cooper. I think you got rid of Derek Johnson. And you know, I don't think Marshawn Lynch playing no more because there's some bull going on there. But he told the city, we gonna bring a championship to Oakland, not Las Vegas, Oakland. We're gonna get y'all back into the fold of things. And now people looking at it like, oh, you just tanked the season. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. So, are they gonna really trust him to build up this team to be great? Absolutely not. Because what it looks like is he's the problem. Because everybody's doing better away from him than they are doing with him. And this is what happens when you're the problem and the solution. The answer comes out in the people who are no longer around you. So now, if when people don't have to be around you, they don't have these problems. But you still, some way, some form, shape, form, or fashion, you continue to have these problems that you got to solve with new people. So who becomes the common denominator? Who's the problem? Because if 20 years go by and 20 people go by and they got the same problem and you the same solution, then everybody starts to say, oh, no, you're the problem. So this is what happens when you're trying to be the problem and the solution. This when people write you off, like I'm not messing with you because you're a problem. You gonna always be a problem. You always been a problem. I'm through with you. What is your name? Problem. You know, AB, Adrian the Problem Braun. Y'all probably know that's a boxing reference, but whatever. But he calls himself the problem. It ain't a shot at him. He's just using the reference because I thought about the name as I was doing this. We out. Peace.